Hello everybody, and welcome to our Project Earthwork Samhain special, Samhain gathering, Samhain
Yeah.
ritual. What we're going to call it. And welcome. We are recording this ahead of time for you because we all have some various Samhain plans, which we'll go into in a second. But we were being called to do a bit of a ritual with you, and we also wanted to share with you a bit about this very special time of year. So I think that the torch is with me to start this one because I am a Samhain geek, and I will happily talk about why Samhain is so important because what we hear now is that Samhain is Halloween. It is this time where the shops are full of pumpkins and the shops are full of costumes, and we've all got to have our trick or treat buckets out and all of that stuff. And sometimes we can very easily get to thing and it's just far too over commercialized and it's all just a little bit silly and oh my god, it's just ugh. But actually this is such a sacred year, such a sacred time of year. And as a practicing witch, for me, this is the most sacred time of the year. Samhain is the night of the year, the time of the year when the veils between our world and the world of the ancestors are the thinnest. It's why you get celebrations of Dia de los Muertos in parts of South and Central America. It's why we first talked about ghosts and ghouls at this time of year. It's the time where the reason we dressed up in costumes was so that when we walked out in the streets, those ghosts and ghouls and those ancestors who were walking the streets wouldn't look at us and think, hold on a second, there's a living person that I'm going to scare, or they would think that we were just one of them and leave us be. It's where trick or treating originally came from, was that we would leave treats outside of our doorsteps, at the end of our garden paths, so that when the spirits came to visit, instead of them coming up and trying to take something from the house, they would just take the treats from the end of the path and off they'd go. And to this day, the tradition of a lit pumpkin in your window, the pumpkin, the scary face, again scares them away, but that light in the window is my favorite Samhain tradition. It's the thing I do every single year, which is we light a candle in the window so that when our ancestors are walking down the street, when our ancestors are moving around, they know where we are, they know that they're welcome, they know that they can come into our space and that they are being honored and that they are being revered and they haven't been forgotten. And I think that is such a beautiful thing. And as we prepare to work through today's ritual, which is a lot about our power and also our ancestral power, I just think it's really important that we start by thinking about what this time of year really is, because it's a time that we can connect to our ancestors and all they have to offer us so easily and so clearly and in such a beautifully pure way. What do you think,
Mm.
Lee?
Dude, shit, that's beautiful. I just love it. And, in South Africa, we didn't have any of this stuff. So, like, for me moving here, because it is such a visible change of season. And, like, I mean, the orange trees start and I can see the pumpkins in the field here where we live, like, growing and all of it. So it makes it really special because you feel that transition from, the busyness and everything into this, like, real slowing down. And that, what you spoke about, that ancestral link, like, that for me feels so important, because what I've come to learn since I've lived here is that deep connection back to our ancestors, like, it takes us back to nature, it takes us back to spirit, right? And so this feels so poignant, the fact that we get to honor the ancestors during this time, to give our gratitude for this special time. And also, I feel a bit like clearing those ancestral patterns and, like, the chains that basically binds us to things that happened to our ancestors. This is a great time, and I feel like this is a big part of the work that we're doing this month, is about, like, reclaiming what they had put down and that what was taken away from them as well, so that we can bring it back and we can reconnect with nature, with our divinity, with ourselves, all of that. And so this time feels really potent and really, really powerful. So that's kind of like my thing about it. So Charlie, what's your take?
Um, I think you guys have covered most of it. For me, there is this idea coming up at the moment about the celebration of death,
Hmm.
and the ideas of how society expects us to be. So breaking free of the chains of society's expectations, patriarchy's expectations, kind of finding those ancestral primal voices within ourselves. because they've never gone away. They've just been muffled and muted and pushed down. So I think that's a kind of really important point, and how we kind of got to deciding how we were going to do the ritual today.
Yeah. And I think that's really important, because what our main intention is for this work is to really guide you back. And, you know, each of us have our individual energies that we're going to be bringing to what we're putting together here today. And it's really about like guiding us back to that space of like real, like, this is me, this is who I am, this is me and my ancestors connected, so that I can move forward. Because I really have this sense of like, it's time to start working with our guides, with our ancestors. It's just like, you're not alone now. Like, this is it. Like, you know, you've done all this work. Now we're waiting to step in and support you. And we can only support you if you allow us to support you through letting go of all this crap that we've basically been carrying.
Yeah, and I think the intention with today is as much for us living now on this timeline as it is for our ancestors. So it's part of honoring them within us and honoring all of the things they did previous to that, because it's sometimes we don't really acknowledge that. We kind of focus on the technology and all of the things we've got now, and actually they were doing magical things that aren't talked about. So I think it's an equal balance today in ritual to honor them as well as honor ourselves.
And I think it's a really powerful, I love what you just said there about the technology piece, because we so often think that because we have the technology that we have today, because we can get places faster, because we have more access to information at our fingertips, because that makes us somehow better. And, you know, we use that word that you used before, primal, as though it is somehow lesser than. And actually, that's not the case at all. You know, our ancestors in so many ways, yeah, all right, would I want to go back to living in caves and being freezing cold and, you know, having to go and hunt and forage for my food? No, I would not, thank you very much. I quite like the fact I have a shop across the road where I can go and buy food when I'm hungry. But there is a lot that our ancestors had access to that was primal. That doesn't mean it was less than. It means that they were so much more advanced than we are in so many of their ways of connecting, and so many of their ways of knowing. And I think you just have to look at, you know, I almost don't think we can talk today, and who knows where we'll be in a couple of weeks from when we're recording, when this is sent out. But I almost don't think we can talk today without talking about what's going on around the world at the moment. And, you know, we are watching horrific things happen in Israel, in that area of the world, in Palestine, and we can't sit there and think that we are somehow advanced from the people who came before us. Come on, like, just look at the world. Yeah, we've come so far in so many ways, and in so many other ways we are broken, and our societies are broken in so many ways that our ancestors could not have even dreamed of in their worst nightmares. And I don't say that to make us go, oh my God, the world's, because I don't believe the world is in a terrible place. I believe that this is the call to action, that all of us, this is the call to our hearts, it is the call to our souls, it is the call to the magic that lives in our body and our blood to make some changes.
Yeah.
For all of us. And I think that when you think about those chains, one of you spoke, I can't remember which one, about the chains we are breaking and the chains to our ancestors. And I think we so often focus on the chains that we're breaking, as we should. There's a lot of chains, from patriarchy, from all of the things. We have to remember that, you know, what is our DNA but a chain, a link in a chain that takes us all the way back to those most primal first ancestors who were so connected to this earth, who were so connected to their magic. And so let's reforge those chains, even as we're breaking the old ones, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Because it is about that strengthening, and within us strengthening ourselves through the work that we're doing and these rituals and all of this stuff, it is the catalyst to change. It is just like, how can we not, if we are becoming more loving as a person, it's just going to ripple out, right? And that's what we're doing. So it just feels really important.
It's about honoring the slow, right? So like, we have these catastrophic events that happen in the world, and they take our breath away, and it makes us slow down and value those things, the small things. And those are the things that our ancestors did naturally. They were honoring that slowness, this change in the seasons, and that comes really back to this time of year and how the land is showing us how to do that and how to slow down. So it's kind of all intertwined, really.
It's beautiful. Okay, whoa. So I think what we're going to start then. So we're going to start off with Ceryn taking us on wherever she's going to take us today. And then I will take us wherever I'm going to take us today. And then Charlie will be singing us back home today, and she'll be closing the circle for us. So Ceryn's opening the circle and Charlie will be closing the circle. And so, yeah, we just invite you to open your hearts and just be present with us here and enjoy this little journey.
Absolutely. Thank you. So let's go. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing as you're watching this, I encourage you to get yourself comfy. If you would like to lie down, feel free to lie down. If you're comfy sitting, feel free to sit. And if you would like to, just close your eyes. I would recommend closing your eyes for this part, and then once we get onto the next bit, you can always once we get onto the next bit, you can always open them again if you so wish. Close your eyes and just let yourself come into your body by taking a few nice deep breaths. And as you breathe, really tune into that slowness that we've been talking about. Really tune into that sense of just allowing yourself to release, you know, so that on every out breath you are just releasing and letting go, as the trees do so beautifully around this autumn time that we're experiencing here in the Northern Hemisphere. And as you breathe in, let yourself breathe in that sense of slowness, that gentle peace and calm that comes at this time of year. So letting yourself just continue to breathe out, letting go and releasing, and breathe in the slowness, the calm, the peace. And as you breathe, I'm going to start by calling in the circle around us, calling this in across time and space. So wherever you are as you listen to this, whenever you are listening to this, you know that you are encased in this beautiful circle. And this time we turn to the north. We call out to the north and to the earth, to the trees and to the plants, to the animals, to the mountains, to the rocks and to the caves. We call out to groundedness, to surety, to steadfastness, to fertility, to nourishment and to plenty. To the north, to the earth, we invite them to join with us, to work with us and to bless this time, this space and this work that we do together. Welcome. And then we turn to the west. We call out to the west and to water. We call to the ebbs and the flows of the tides. We call to the cleansing and the nourishment of the rains. We call to the release and the emotion of our tears. We call out to the depths and to the reflection of those lakes and those pools. We call to the deep consciousness that is held in water, and to the whales and the dolphins that are the keepers of that consciousness. To the west and to the water, we invite them to join with us, to work with us and to bless this time, this space and this work that we do together. Welcome. And then we turn to the south. We call in the south and the fire, calling out to passion, to action, to creativity, to illumination, to warmth and to radiance. We call out to the dragons. We call out to the flames, those tiny little torches and candles that light the way for us in the dark. Those great big bonfires that are our place of gathering and protection. And those great wildfires that raise it all to the ground and ask us to start again. We call to the sun, that which is the life force of this planet and beyond. And to the south and the fire, we invite them to join with us, to work with us and to bless this time, this space and this work we do together. Welcome. And then finally we turn to the east. We call to the east and to the air, to the winds that are the winds of change, that are the breezes that nudge us into a different direction, to the power of our breath, that is our ability to anchor into the moment and the bridge that carries us forward into the next moment. We call out to the birds and to the butterflies. We call out to imagination, to inspiration, to logic, to wisdom, to the power of our dreams, to all that is not yet tangible. We call in the imaginings of what is to come, what is to be. To the east and the air, we invite them to join with us, to work with us and to bless this time, this space and this work we do together. Welcome. And then we draw this circle around us all across time and space. Wherever you are, whenever and however you are watching or listening to this, know that you are encased in this beautiful circle, as by north, by west, by south, and by east, we call in a circle of protection. We call in a circle of clarity. We call in a circle of power and of magic, a circle in which we connect to our ancestors, a circle in which we connect to the greatest power within us. And as that circle is cast, we call in the center, soul, space, spirit, and ether. We call to our guides and our helpers, to our teachers and our inspirers, to our ancestors of soul, of heart, of stars, of bone, and of blood. We call out to our own souls, to all aspects of our being, throughout all directions of time and space. We call in our deepest power and our greatest wisdom. We call out to the love and the guidance of spirit, to the power and the wisdom of soul, to the vast, limitless potential of space, and to the great mysteries of ether. To the center, to soul, to space, to spirit, and to ether, we invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work that we do together. Welcome. And as we sit in this space, as we allow that energy to build and to settle in this place of power and of magic, just feel those roots of yours growing all the way down the back, right the way down into the chair or the bed beneath you, down into the floor of the room that you're in, and down through the rest of the building into the foundations of that building. Moving all the way down into the soil and the stone beneath us, and then down further into the earth, into the rock, into all those layers of rock upon which we have built our lives, those layers of earth upon which our ancestors once trod. Follow those roots of yours as they move down through the rivers and the streams that are the waterways of this planet, that are the keepers of memory of this planet, down through the caves of the inner earth, those deep, dark spaces into which so much wisdom has been placed and within which so much wisdom can now be accessed. You know, the peace of them. Feel your roots as they move down through the fires, the flames that surround the very heart of our planet, and down into that crystal core. And when we reach that crystal core, see the very heart of Gaia. See it perhaps as that great tree that holds us. See it as that great mother that holds us. But see that heart of Gaia as it reaches out to hold your roots, to intertwine with your roots, to keep you safe, to let you know that you are always supported, always held by this beautiful planet. And feel that energy of Gaia as it flows back up through the fire, back up through the caves, back up through the waters, up through the earth, all the way back up through the building that you're in, and right the way back into the base of your spine. And as it flows back through your body, feel the way you are supported and fully held. Feel yourself just sigh and relax into the embrace of Gaia, knowing that she has you. In every single moment, she has you. And then allow that second doorway to open up in your solar plexus, and that beam of pure golden radiant light to beam upwards, right the way up through your chest and your neck, through your head, out the top of your head, and up through the ceiling of the room that you're in, all the way up through the rest of the building that you're in, and out into the sky above you, up through the sky, up through all those layers of the Earth's atmosphere, and out into space. See that beam of radiant light that is your own solar plexus, that is your own central sun, as it moves upwards, up through the stars, up through the planets and the galaxies, right the way up and out to the very edge of space, and it breaks out into a place that is pure radiant light, that is that great central sun, the great power source of everything. Feel your own beam of energy as it plugs in here easily, as though it's done it a million times before, and you just feel yourself replenished. You feel that source energy, that great central sun energy, as it begins to flow back down through the stars, down through the skies, down through the building that you're in, back down into your crown. And as it begins to flow back to your solar plexus, feel the way it illuminates every single cell that it passes on the way, igniting you with a sense of all that you are, igniting you with your own magic, with your own power, with that great central sun energy that is within you. For you are it and it is you, and feel it as it flows down to your solar plexus and simply radiates out. And with those two energies moving through you, let's send out one final chord of connection out from that sacral center, the place just below your navel that is your womb space, out a chord of what looks like moonlight, out through the earth, out into the stars, deeper and deeper into the darkness, deeper and deeper past the stars into a place that is just pure, nourishing black. That is the great cosmic womb, the place where all things began and all things will one day return. The place where nothing is quite yet tangible, but everything is possible. The place of peace and of possibility. And as we connect in here, feel that possibility, feel that peace, feel that potential as it flows back to you through the stars, back to you through the earth, right the way back to you through your own body, moving into your womb space and moving out to every part of your being until you are filled with that sense of possibility, filled with the reminder of the transcendence that comes when we just allow ourselves to tap into potential. And in this space, as we are held by Gaia, plugged into our source, connected to that great cosmos, I ask by divine decree in the name of Gaia, source and cosmos, that this may be a powerful ritual in which great change takes place, but that change may be wholly protected and held, and that it may be supported in each one of us, so that at every stage of this process, we and our earth is supported. For I ask that everything that is said and done here is said and done in the name and the highest good of all that are gathered here, and of our earth as a whole. So it is. Blessed be. And I invite you now to just take a few deep breaths as I call in whoever wants to speak with us. I invite you that if you want to open your eyes, feel free, but if you want to leave them closed, that is absolutely fine as well. Right now, I'm just going to step back and let whoever wants to talk through us come in and do exactly that. The tower that has been built is falling. And as this happens, the scales fall from the eyes of all of those who have been unable to see, unwilling to see. It is time that you remembered all that there was before. It is time in so doing that you released all that has been placed upon you as a burden that would weigh you down and remove you from your own power sources, as a burden that would cast your eyes to the side, to all that is unimportant, and instead lead you away from that which is your power. The time of reclamation has come. The year of the reclamation will begin very soon for your planet, for this earth. And as such, we gather around to watch and to witness. We are the old ones, the first ones to walk here. And as we gather with you, we ask you, please, do not be afraid. Please hold the courage of the lion within your heart. And know that the animal kingdom, the elemental kingdom, the kingdom of the fauna, and the kingdom of the whole of the earth, it gathers around you to support this. We are all looking to the humans to support the earth as she makes her next transition. You who have crowned yourselves as leaders of this planet, you who were always intended to be keepers of this planet, the time has come in which we are looking to you to lead. We are looking to you to understand and to take the transitions into your heart and allow these transitions to move further forward. It is not a time for fear. It is not a time for anger and backbiting among you. It is not a time to hold back. It is a time in which you simply come back to the heart. You come back to the soul. You come back to what lies within you waiting to be awakened. Do not be afraid. They have told you must be afraid of what lies within you. They focus you on the shadow. They focus you on the pain. They focus you on that which is fearful. No more. No more. The shadow is your power, just as the light is your power. You no longer allow the fearful harbingers who would try to keep you small to do that, because this is not the time. The time has come for the reclamation. The time has come for the moving forwards. In the days of old, they took what was within you. They took what was within you, and energetically, through the sound, through the light, through the energy, and through the abuses that they gave and the fear that they conditioned, they led you into a place where you could no longer see what once was, where what was within you felt to be twisted and locked away. Now, in this moment, feel the unbinding, feel the untwisting, feel it. Feel it as it moves from the base of your skull all the way down that central column of your spine. Feel it as it unwinds, feel it as it untwists, feel it as it moves, and as it does, their placements, their lies, their conditions, their fears, they fall away. Let them fall away from you. Know that you are free. Know that they cannot have power over that which will not allow it. To give another power over you is always a choice. There are those within your life at this time who have claimed their power over your being. No more. There are those within the world at this time who claim their power over your mind. No more. There are those within days gone past that claimed their power over the very lives of your ancestors. They stood tall and they demanded that your ancestors fall in line with that which they wished, fall in line with that which they decreed. No more. And know that in all that is done today, we do not work only with the thread of the modern day. We work with the thread of all of those who have gone before. We work with the entire fabric of the earth. From the first that came forth from my own womb, to those who will continue to move forward forever. We work with all of it. Recognize that as humans, you are all one. It is an idea that has become almost meaningless over recent years, for people say it with such simplicity. But it is a truth which we must all hear and understand. You all came from the same community. You all came from the same heart intention. You all came from the same mothers who were supportive of one another, who were forever holding one another, who raised the other's children as though they were their own. You are all at your heart and your core brothers and sisters of an earth, brothers and sisters of a people. The moment that was forgotten was the moment that power began to ebb. It is time now for the ebbing to become flowing. It is time now for the flow of which you were always intended to hold, to rise deep within you and to flow powerfully, fully. Not only within you, not only within those that you or any other may think are worthy of this, no. For know that when the flow of power begins, when it begins unfettered from the unwound and unbound central column of the spine, when it begins to flow through the brain and illuminate all that is there, the fallacies of fear and of anger that have held so many back over the years, they will fall away. They will fall away, and so many will come to understand. This is not only a reclamation. The years ahead are a time of reckoning. Do not allow that word to fear you, as it does so many. For yes, a reckoning means a change. But when this change is heart-led, when this change is led with the power of those wombs that have brought forth so much life, so much love, so much care for one another, when this power is rooted in the reminder that the roots of all of us intertwine deeply within the soil of the earth that we call Mother, how can this reckoning be anything but a powerful transition into beauty? I step back from you now. My work here is done, and I wish you blessings. I wish you love. I wish you the courage of the lion heart. And I wish you to remember that in every moment, we are with you. We are of you, we are in you, and we are you as you are us. We hold the torch of your processional future within our hearts, and only ask that you do the same.
So I'm going to ask you to take a beautiful deep breath right now, closing your eyes and just really settling into your body again. Settling right into the center of your being, right into that beautiful column that we just worked with. And just feel yourself standing here with me now, your feet firmly on the ground. And really taking that attention, all of your energy, all of your awareness into the center of your body right now. Feel that beautiful open flow of energy within yourself. Dias no alakwanya maela hiona wahela him. Nuasre selia maswahinda hialahe. Noswala se ela henna heguahia nage gos indale muanne. Dayu walahem lahe shoasna hekai to nuateke. Ya cosa inda lao. Hayo sota he hayayana hikoto. Uake. And I want you to focus on all of the tight parts of your body right now, where your shoulders might be straining, where your back might feel tight, or your lower back. Really just visualizing that column within you and seeing where those energies that are not real, that are not true, we're just letting them go even further right now, allowing that energy just to start to melt even more down, running down that spine all the way. Knowing that this column, that is this light within you, that is this strength, this gravitational strength, this anchor back into our beautiful planet, that it is a freedom that lives in your body, that it is not something that needs to be restricted or contained. It is the antenna, it is the receiver that allows us to plug into all of what our ancestors knew. They understood the elements, they understood this great mother, they understood that everything that we as a society have deemed important, that we're holding on to, that we're trying to plan and control, none of it is real. It is again tied into this belief that that we are here to control our own destinies and create this future, this weird idea that we hold within ourselves. And now we are asking you to just let go today, falling back into the arms of the science of this planet, the gravitational pull of this planet. Allow yourself just to be held by her. Allow her to strengthen you. Allow her to keep you suspended and upright and connected. I want you to see yourself now walking forward with me as we walk into this beautiful big cave, as we turn and face this cave. And we start walking deeper and deeper into this womb, into the belly, back into Mother Earth together right now. And every step that we take, we drop the cloaks, we drop the ideas, we drop all of everything that we have wanted to hold on to for so long because it made us feel safe. And as she weaves us back into every single step into her energy field, deeper and deeper and deeper into her energy field, and we walk into the darkness. We walk into the darkness like beautiful, brave warriors. Because we know as we walk deeper and deeper into the darkness now, that we are walking towards this light. Manduala shekwa seke. And our feet know where to go. Your soul is guiding you, guiding you, guiding you. And as we walk deeper and deeper and further away from the outside world, and we walk towards the faint light in front of us. And as we get closer and closer, you see how you are literally letting go of everything, how you are walking in your naked vulnerability into the center of this beautiful cave, back into the belly, back into the womb. And you feel yourself completely free. You feel all of your body open and free. And you remember what it was like before you came here. And as you stand here now, thanking all of those parts of you, and so much gratitude for everything that we thought we needed, but we can place it at our own feet now and look at it and thank it. But as we stand here, as we move into this space of reclamation of ourselves, I want you to see how you open your heart to all of the past versions of yourself that were chained, all of the past versions of yourself that were kept quiet, made small. And I want you to drop the suffering around them and see who they were before all of that happened. And I want you to invite those parts of yourself back now, because sometimes we're scared of looking at them. Those lives where we were in so much pain and suffering. But allow the highest version of yourself to come back into your body right now. Invite every single part of you back. Invite it all back. Invite it all back from behind you, in front of you, to the side of you. I want you to stand in it. I want you to stand in the immense energy of all that you are. All of these parts of you that you have wanted to forget. And stand in that for a moment and feel that in your body and feel that strength. Feel it all within you. Because you are all the parts of you, all the parts of you. Ambua la sangue sarasi andesoto, Daikera iongo sayake. Dale shawase kiara sendo sekina ela yamara yukoroske. Yeshua na seku. And then look at that line that runs all the way from you back to the most ancient ancestors. And I want you to send this love, this power, this beautiful energy that you are. Send a beam of light down that beautiful, beautiful connection. And thanking the ancestors that still hold that candle, that still hold on to so much wisdom for us. As you send this light down that line, allow yourself to look at them again. Everyone who walked before you, all of your ancestors who walked before you, and see how that wisdom that is part of your line, part of your heritage, part of your lineage, how it is all available to you now. See how all of that is part and parcel of you. It is connected to you. It is never not part of you. And give yourself permission today to reclaim and walk back in time and connect with them again and learn from them and speak to them and listen to them, because those whispers within you are from them. And this sacred time, they will be speaking louder and louder. And all you need to do is listen, because it is part of who you are. That wisdom is part of who you are. So taking that back today, taking it all back today, knowing that none of what was placed upon your lines need to matter anymore. You can have all of it back. You can have all of the light back. You can have all of the wisdom and connection back right now. Ndwase kalashendara maswandwa alekua se avereniku alaki muashakero sundwa ha ishandoro su alechara makelo hai anda sekere kiasa la eshundwasa ndia kela shahi muata kela ira senda iyo wata kira shetahi navake doro so hi ha sekunawe. And now, as you, in your heart, as you know that this portal way, this pathway is available to you, know that you can walk down it at any stage. Know that it is open to you. Know that your beautiful energetic body craves that wisdom. It craves that connection. So take time, make time to honor every single ancestor that is connected to you. Take time, listen, speak. Yaraseko, it is all there for you. Dai kiandwase kerekiake. Take a deep breath in. Feel your beautiful open body with all of the parts of you woven back. See that beautiful net of light, all the magic in the world that we walk through. And as you turn now to follow me as we leave this cave, see how the darkness has been lit up by the web of light. See how we literally walk through these filaments of light that is surrounding us every single day. And sometimes they won't be visible and the darkness will feel so much heavier. And sometimes they will light up the room and everything will feel so much lighter. And this is part of the ebb and the flow. This is part of the movement of being human, of connecting with everything that's thrown at you every single day. But in this strength, in this who you are, in this energy body of yours, you are a brave, brave light warrior. You are a brave and courageous soul for being here and choosing to speak your mind right now and choosing to connect and work Urasekiake hiande, with all that we have available to us now. So as you walk yourself out of this cave, back into the light, back into that space, and you plant your feet on the Great Mother, and you know that she is holding you. You know that she is never, ever going to let you go. Allow yourself to drop into your body even more right now. As you take a deep breath in, and we just thank all of the beautiful guides, Mionduase, Kilesho, Koras, and Dake, and all of the energies, Mwanda la Shutara Ekia Velasikwase Kiande Hayake. And take a deep breath in and out. And as I invite beautiful Charlie back now.
Thank you, Ollie. The yarn has now been woven and the threads have now been cut. Now we must begin to sing home the integration of this weaving. Hail to my sisters of the dark and the light. Hail to my brothers, the Merlins, the magicians, and the seers. Hail to the energy of the bee and the bear, the weaving of the fox and the protection of the wolf. Hail to the elemental beings both upon the earth, within the earth, and above. I am your vessel, I am your voice. We sing together to acknowledge the returning of those pieces of ourselves. Those shards we never knew were missing, and those slithers of the pieces we know all too well by whom were taken. World upon world, veil upon veil, voice upon voice. I invite you now to take a few deep breaths as we sing home the missing parts. Hey-ya, hey-ya, me. Hey-ya, me. Hey-home. 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 Hey, hey, may. Hey, may. Hey, home. Hey, 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 may. Hey, may. Hey, home. Hey, 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 may. Hey, may. Hey, home. As the song ripples through your bones and vibrates within your blood, I ask that you begin to return to your bodies. With each breath and each heartbeat, we begin to return and close this circle today. To the east and to the air, to the south and the fire, to the west and the water, to the north and the earth. We send you the wildest love and gratitude. To our ancestors, our spirit guides, and all have joined us here today, we thank you.
I can't actually speak.
So what I'm gonna say that whatever you guys experienced while you were watching this back, um, it certainly felt as we were watching it live, as we were moving through it, as we were witnessing it, and as we were holding it. It felt really, really powerful, really big. So whatever you're doing from this, please be mindful. Please take it gently. Samhain is a time when energy feels, it can feel both really big and really small all at once. So please be sure to listen to what your body needs, listen to what your heart needs, and yourselves. Take it gently. We wish you all a very smooth and peaceful integration and everything that's just being shared here.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And we will see you again in November. And we're just sending you so much love. And please like and subscribe and share with everyone out there. Thank you so much. Charlie?
I don't have anything else to say.
Awesome. Okay. Have a beautiful, beautiful day further. And yeah, look after yourselves. We'll see you soon.